In this week's episode, not only do we have opening dates for a pair of old school attractions, but we also have news that a popular kids show will be going away soon. Cue the outrage from all those still peeved about Bugs Land closing. In an unusually negative edition of Fat Time at the Parks, we've got info about some new price hikes on park foods. The Mandalorian is coming. Yes, we've got a title and details on John Favreau's upcoming live-action Star Wars show that just barely whets the appetite. Also, James Gunn Part 5, Nutcracker AP sneak peek has a guest, new mansion tiki mug, and more on this key episode of the MousePIRE Podcast. I'm Anthony.
I'm Diggs.
I'm Tim. Welcome to MousePIRE, your source for Disney, Star Wars, and everything in between. This is the podcast where both empires collide. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the MousePIRE Podcast.
Hey, what's going on? Uh-oh.
The Apprentice lives.
What is this?
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Think up me how to show up.
You never had a friend like me.
Some imagination, huh?
Made you look.
Blast off.
Checking off. Oh, wait, this is not SpaceX.
Oh,
No. Hey, did you see that big old glow in the sky?
I didn't see it. It was already gone by the time I heard about it.
I heard about it probably 4 or 5 hours after it happened.
Yeah, that's usually how it happens.
I was busy watching the Dodger game. So there's more important things to do than watch aliens come back to Earth, you know.
Oh, because that was, when?
I think it was Sunday.
Sure.
One of those days.
I don't know. I was watching football and
Yeah.
stuff. And
So, yeah. But, yeah, I guess it was big old glow in the sky, and I saw a lot of pictures from Disneyland and everything. It looked pretty cool. But, yeah, hey, guess what? Today's Tuesday, and the American Music Awards are on.
yes.
And I saw the very first performance with Taylor Swift, and I just want to say that it was badass with the lighting and the pyro and the video screens and everything. It was really, really cool. So I enjoyed watching that. I didn't watch the rest of the show because I was watching the Red Sox beat the Yankees.
Is that why you were late leaving?
No, I had other issues going on.
Oh, okay.
It had nothing to do with that. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, the performance was awesome. It was pretty cool. And the reason I brought that up is because Tim the Tech is over there working the American Music Awards today.
Of course he is.
Yeah, started yesterday working over there, and he's working tonight. I don't know what he's doing. I asked him. He never replied to me, so he must be really, really busy. Or maybe he's stalking Taylor Swift. I don't know.
Whoa. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that could be stalked. So.
Exactly. But I don't know what he's doing. Maybe later on we'll get an update on what he was doing and maybe some pictures. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's over there working, and that would also be the reason why last episode hasn't been uploaded to YouTube, is because he's been working, and I think he doesn't have a day off till Saturday, I believe he said, and he's going to a wedding, so on a boat. He's going to be on a boat. So anyway, quick little update on why last week's podcast hasn't been uploaded to YouTube, because Tim is busy working with Taylor Swift. I mean, no, not just her, but
How dare he? How dare he? He's supposed to be at our beck and call. No, not really. I don't really even care.
yeah, I mean, you know what? When he gets to do it, he can do it. Anyone else who is like, oh my God, it's not up YouTube yet. Well, you know what? You have other platforms that you can listen it to, so it's all good. But anyway, we're going to start with some news about Jedi training, Trials of the Temple. And we are getting some sort of reports that it's going to be ending, and the last day will be November 3rd. Now, this came from another Disney reporting website that says it's been confirmed by Disney, but we, as in me and Anthony, haven't found any confirmation from Disney anywhere.
No, the closest thing we have to confirmation from Disney is an OC Register article, which quotes Disney, which they could be quoting from a press release that was specifically sent out to the press. As far as these other sites, you know how we feel about them.
We did confirm that it is off the entertainment schedule as of November 3rd. So if you check the 3rd, on November 3rd, there's no Jedi training on that day, but there is on the Saturday on November 4th. There's no Jedi training, but on November 3rd there is. So that's the only confirmation we have.
Right, and going by that, everybody's saying the last day will be November 3rd. It seems pretty legit. And like I said, OC Register usually won't report on it unless they've gotten confirmation from Disney. So if you have not seen it, if you have not had your kids in it, hurry.
And one more time, if you are interested in having your kids in it, all you have to do is go over to the
left side of
the launch bay exit,
basically by where the hat shop and the bathrooms is.
Yeah. So you go up the ramp, go to the left side of the exit of launch bay, and you can register your kids there. They pretty much have...
Earlier the better. If you're not there pretty much after rope drop, forget about it.
Yeah. I mean, probably on the busier, like a weekend, it's going to be busy. But you can always check. If you get there late and you forget, you can always go up there and see if they have room. I know usually they do. Sometimes I'm like over there in that area when people are still trying to register their kids. So you can go up there and you can pick whatever time you want. If you're there first come, first serve, you say you want the 2:00 show, 3:00, 4:00, you can pick whatever show you want.
Happy Days?
Yeah, it's 3:00 rock. So yeah, so if you want to get your kids in there before this is over with, hurry up and do that. You have until November 3rd, and November 3rd is going to be busy. So hurry up and get your kids in there before all that happens.
And just a note, a lot of these sites and even the OC Register are using the terms that it has been canceled. I don't know if that's in the press release, the words, but you have to figure that some sort of show will be coming to Galaxy's Edge. So I wouldn't call it the total end of the show. I mean, as of maybe the end of that particular show, but you have to figure that some sort of iteration will be coming to Galaxy's Edge. So, but we'll see. Now, my question for you is, with the announcement that that's going to be ending, bans, do you foresee it?
No, that's funny because after all that went out and people are saying that it's going to end, everyone's saying, oh, well, hope we get the bands back.
Exactly. I know that's probably the first thing that a lot of certain people, including stupids, probably thought of. But
and when he says stupid, he means those people who buy year passes just to get to see the bands.
Yeah, so that's an inside joke for those of you that understand it.
But you know what? I don't know. I'm not going to get my hopes up. If it happens, it'd be awesome.
The only thing I'll say is that they're not going to not use that.
Right.
They're not going to use the stage. They're not going to not use the stage, and they're not. I don't foresee them just using the stage for Pixar Dance Party, which who knows why that's even still going on. I don't know if everybody knows that there's a version of obviously there's a Halloween version of the Pixar Dance Party that goes on.
It's because they have to still pay for their costumes.
Right.
We talked about it last week that they still have bands playing in downtown Disney. And when I was there, 80s All Stars were going to play, which is a band who played played in Tomorrowland. So if they're still having the same type of bands playing outside, because we know that Hard Day's Night has played out there. Also, Scott Bruce has played out there. And there's tons of bands who are playing out there. So I don't see why they can't, hey, you know what, let's bring them back into the parks. But with a lot of cutbacks going on and, all that kind of stuff with entertainment, I can't say yes, it's going to happen. So If it does, it'd be great. And of course, if we actually get some confirmation that that's going to happen, of course, we'll let everyone know. But it'd be a good idea. Now, guess what's coming back?
Okay. Something?
No, it's not shady.
Oh.
But it's Matterhorn.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. Yeah, so we finally got a date that the Matterhorn will be back up and running, and that would be November 16th. So, yay for that. And we get to see the brand new queue area that they built. I actually saw it, took some pictures when I went on the monorail, and you can see all the new walkway and the new planners, how they move stuff around. So we finally got a date that it will reopen on November 16th. Now, just because it says it's going to reopen on the 16th doesn't mean it will, because it might be pushed back. You never know, because we've been having that problem with Tiki Room. Now,
it's open now?
It's finally open. It opened today.
Oh, it opened today.
Of
course, Tiki Room, as you guys may have remembered, was supposed to, I don't know if you remembered or not, was supposed to open on the 5th, last Friday. Of course, before that, it was originally supposed to open in the end of September. Then it got pushed. Then it disappeared from the schedule. Then it reappeared back on the schedule for the 5th. And then they said during the week, last week, in the middle of the week, they said it's not going to open on the 5th. It's going to open on the 6th. And then, of course, obviously, if it didn't open today, that means it didn't even open on the 6th.
It kept saying, it said open on the 6th, then it said the 7th, then it said the 8th, and it just kept pushing everything back. Actually, it says it's supposed to open tomorrow.
But it was open today.
It was open today. I saw the app. It said 10-minute wait.
Are the other walls down?
I am not sure about that, but I know, like I said, I went on the app today. It said 10 minutes. So Tiki Room is finally open. And if you go there and you heard the podcast and say it's open and you go there, it's not, well, I don't know what happened, because it was open today.
Sorry, Charlie.
Exactly. But, like we said, they did put a new ramp going up. And I did post pictures on that on the social medias. So they put a new ramp for wheelchairs and scooters and all that. There is no limit on how many wheelchair scooters can go into the Tiki Room inside for the show. So it's basically as many as they can fit for the show, just like regular people, as many as they can fit inside. So there's no limit. You're not only going to have like 2 or 3 at a time. It's whatever they can fit in there. And we also reported that they were removing the restrooms, which is what they did. So no restrooms and a new ramp.
Now, Tiki Room isn't open during the party, the Halloween party.
Right.
But if you go on the app, it does show hours 12 p.m. to 6 p.m.
And that was for today because they had the party.
Right. 12 p.m. though, that means it's not open at opening, or because the park didn't open at 10, or it opened at 10, right? Or
yeah, it opened at 8, I believe.
Oh, so it's weird that. So maybe that's what time it opened today, was at 12, and that's why it says that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But we'll just have to see moving forward. Like I said, it was open today, so shouldn't be any issues with it being open moving forward. As far as Tropical Hideaway, we kept thinking that it might open at the same time because it would have made sense. But being that having Tiki Room open does affect capacity numbers and stuff like that, and if it's ready to go, they were going to open it and not wait for Tropical Hideaway. You have to figure that Tropical Hideaway has to be pretty soon, at least definitely this year, but we'll see.
Yep, so you can go over there and go sing with the birds and maybe water some plants. I don't know. If you guys go there, tell Jose I said hi.
Jose? Tweet, 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 tweet.
Are you hungry? Well, they are. It's time for Fat Time in the Parks.
Fat time, little jacket.
Yeah, it's time for some fat time in the parks. And we're going to start with some not so good news.
Uh-oh.
Exactly. I just want to say, I'm going to start this off with corn dog prices have went up.
Again?
Yes.
Well, it seemed overdue for that anyways, so I guess we're probably not surprised.
So, yeah, but not just corn dog prices. A lot of food prices have went up in the parks. Corn dogs are now $9.75. Yes, exactly. $9.75 for a corn dog. And that's at the Little Red Wagon. Over at, like if you were going to Stage Door Cafe.
That means they're over 10 there then, right?
Well, don't forget that Stage Door Cafe, that's where they add tax to the price.
Right.
So
so it'd actually be marked less then.
Right.
But without tax.
Yes, it's without tax. And so yeah, it is less. It's $9.29 for the corn dog there.
What was it before? How much of an increase is it?
The increase is only 50 or 25 cents. It was
okay.
$9.50.
So it's not as much as the last two times they've raised
Right.
it, where it was at least 50 cents.
Yes, so $9.29 there. Also,
Like, why bother doing it then? I mean, it's like,
yeah.
really?
Also at Corn Dog Castle's $9.29 for the regular corn dog. Then you're gonna add your tax, which is gonna bring it up to the $9.75. And of course, AP, you get your discount. But other than that, there's more food that went up, drinks.
I assume everything at Corn Dog Castle went up. The hot link and
Yes.
the cheese stick.
Yeah, all that went up. I believe the corn dog is $9.29 plus tax. I believe the hot link was $9.29.
Oh, was it?
Before the
I thought
price.
the hot link was already over $10.
I know one of them there, maybe it was the cheese. I know one of them, I was like, oh, well, that just replaced that price. So, let me see.
Now, last time the corn dog prices went up, hot dog prices also went up.
Yeah, so real quick, the hot link is $9.49.
Oh, okay.
And
so that did go up, though?
yes.
Okay, because I was almost positive that was over $10, but...
Yeah, the cheese stick that Michael says is nasty is $8.49. And like I said, the corn dog is $9.29. And the spicy pepper jack cheese stick is $9.49. Same as the hot link. But yeah, that price went up. We also have the bottled sodas went up from $4 to $4.50. The Sonic water went up from $3.75 to $4.25.
Sorry, I could get 2 cases of water for that price.
Ice cream has went up too. The ice cream carts, the Mickey premium bars went from $4.75 to $5.25. The Mickey's ice cream sandwich went from $4.75 to $5. The Toll House ice cream, the cookie sandwich, from $4.75 to $5. Frozen bananas, $4.75 to $5. Olaf's frozen strawberry lemonade, which is really, really good, was $4.50. Now it's $4.75. So yeah, a lot of the stuff has went up. The frozen lemonade is $4.50 now from being $4.25. And now let's get to the snacks. Like cotton candy went up to $5.
What was it before?
It was $4.75.
So everything's pretty much gone up 25 cents.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of
that shit adds up for them. To us, it's not a huge raise, but for them, that shit adds up.
Yeah, I mean, but what I was going to say is like Knott's Berry Farm, it's already $5 over there.
Oh, cotton candy?
Cotton candy is already $5. Their popcorn, I believe, is close to $5. I mean, it's already, they pretty much, their food is way higher than Disneyland's food prices are. Let's see.
But they also have packages and stuff that you can get, like what you have and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it all evens out in the end if you do something like that. So
yeah, but I'm just talking about normal guests.
Right, I know. I'm just saying that stuff like that makes up for things being higher.
So yeah, the chips went up 25 cents to $3.75, and a 10 ounce caramel or kettle corn was $10.75, and now it's $11.25. So that's just some of the prices.
So it's all mainly cart stuff then.
That stuff is the cart stuff.
Hot dogs?
As far as hot dogs go, I haven't seen any prices for like the hot dog carts where you're walking in the in the hub or whatever down there.
Because like that one time when we saw that the corn dogs that went up, when we walked down by that one hot dog cart in DCA, and we were like, oh, the hot dogs went up too.
Right now, or not right now, but the last price I seen the hot dogs over, like when you get them off of a cart, was $6 for the hot dog. Now, if you
Which seems higher than what I remember, so they might have already had gone up at some point.
Yeah, I mean, that's the last price I've always seen was $6. When they introduced the hot dog carts and when they came back, I was like, oh, hot dog carts are back. They were over there by Matterhorn and over by the Frontierland. It was $6. So
I thought I remember those ones, like the ones at DCA, the one there by the, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I thought I remember them being $5.75, but.
Oh, so I'm not sure about the prices, like over at the Coke corner.
Right.
It says hot dog basket is $7.49, and that of course comes with apples or chips.
I think with like the specialty hot dogs, like the like the ones with stuff on them, like the seasonal ones, I don't think that they could raise those ones because they were already had the set prices for those, but then you never know. So
yeah, I mean they have that mac and cheese dog basket for $8.49, so $1 more. But yeah,
really,
yeah,
wow.
But yeah, I mean prices. I don't have every list of every single price that went up, but just want to let you guys know that prices on food have went up in the park, and well, I guess we just gotta live with that. Oh, right here, look at the spider parfait is $5.99.
It definitely wasn't that before.
I believe it was $5.49. So, yeah. So over there at Tomorrowland at the whatever you call it over there, cheeseburger is $11.49. I don't know what the price was before because I don't eat those crappy burgers, but you can expect things around the parks have went up, not just the little cards. So just giving you guys a heads up. Food prices went up in the parks, and of course that would probably lead into tickets going up. So we'll see about all that. Now today in Florida they released the new tiki mug for Halloween, which is the Hatbox Ghost. Looks really
when we say tiki mug, we're referring to the one the Trader Sam's tiki mug, the nice glass one.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's actually the last couple of years, all they had been doing was doing color variants of the original tiki mug. Or actually, last year they did a color variant of the one that they had released the year before of the Hitchhiking Ghosts. This year, it's a completely brand new one. It's a Hatbox.
And his head's inside the box.
It is inside the box, and his head is... I'm a little confused about what's going on at the top of the mug, but...
I think it's just
I think he has a really big collar.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe. It just looked like someone forgot to draw a face.
Right.
But we understand the concept of the head in the box. But yeah, I don't know. It looks weird, that part, but it's pretty cool. And we're hearing rumors that they're going to be going on sale over here at Trader Sam's on Thursday and or Friday. Florida has priced them at $30, which was the same as last year's and the year before. And they were giving wristbands out to get your mug. And
of course, that $30 is that's with the drink, right? Or
I believe so.
Because I remember last year they were doing something a little bit different than what they did the year before, where you can get it without a drink. If you didn't want to stand in a different line, you can get it without the drink.
Oh, okay.
That's what they were doing last year, I remember, but I don't know exactly. We obviously don't have details what they're going to do this year. Because originally the year before, I believe it was the year before, it was 2016 when that one came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was that year you could get up to two per person.
2 per person.
Yeah, that's right. Because I ended up with We ended up with 4, and there you can get a alcohol with each one.
Right.
And so we bought 4, and we ended up with 4 glasses of alcohol, and then somebody ended up throwing up.
But I just want to say real quick.
In downtown Disney.
I want to say real quick that over in Florida, they were saying it's 1 per person per day. They were giving wristbands for this. And I was just thinking, how are they going to basically limit you only to 1? And it's easy. They can say, we're going to sell, just give you just a real quick number. We're just going to sell 100 today. So we're only going to give 100 wristbands out. So once you come up and you show your wristband, you buy it, boom, they take your wristband off, and that's it. You can't go up there and try to get in line again because you don't have a wristband. So maybe they'll do something like that. Maybe they'll do 200 a day. I don't know. Whatever the number is, they can do that. So, people don't go and just buy a whole bunch. And, we see them on eBay for $1 million. So that can be how they're going to be doing it this year over here. Because if they're doing it over there, saying 1 per person per day, and then obviously they know they're going to have more tomorrow and the next day. So
rather than having them sell out in 1 or 2 days like they've done in the past.
Yeah, so just going to make you come back to the park, which also makes the gas come back and probably eat in the park again, so they could actually make more money off of you. So we'll see when that what happens over here. We haven't got any word on that actually happening on Thursday or on a Friday, but just rumors for now. But of course, when we do hear something, we will actually post it on all our social medias and everything, basically Facebook. We will. What'd you do?
I'm okay.
Lies. So yeah, we'll stay tuned for that, and we'll let you know when all that happens and their guidelines and the rules.
Right.
All right. So hey, guess what? I recently posted on Instagram and everything the Salt and Straw signage that went up the other, or whenever it went up, but I was down there and I took the picture of the sign. Well, the walls over there have come down, and you can actually see into the shop, and you can see the menus and the prices and everything. And we got word that is probably going to be opening on Friday. So I'm pretty sure, of course, probably tomorrow we'll be getting the word that they're going to do the big opening celebration at 8 o'clock in the morning on Friday or whatever. But we're hearing it's going to open on Friday. You can head on over there and get some ice cream and check out. They have a vegan menu and all that kind of stuff for the veganites.
Eat that salt. And get some straws.
No. Just 1 straw. Remember?
Oh, salt and straw.
Yeah.
Yeah, eat that salt and get that straw.
So they're going to run out of straw the first day. So yeah, anyway, like I said, supposed to open on Friday. So you probably go over there and check that out. I will probably check it out myself. I saw something on there saying strawberry something, some type of strawberry ice cream thing. Oh, you know what? I think it said like strawberry with something. I forgot what it was. No, is that type of vinegar balsamic? I think it is.
That's weird.
And
I don't really imagine ice cream with balsamic vinegar.
Because I saw something that said balsamic strawberry something.
Oh, okay.
It is actually balsamic vinegar and strawberries do go together. So I know it sounds weird, but actually seeing a thing being.
I mean, just based off the context that I've ever used balsamic vinegar, yeah, it sounds weird.
But like I said, I did see something saying or showing making strawberries with that, and it looks so good. I was like, ooh, I might just try that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, check that out. You can go check out Salt and Straw on Friday. I think it's supposed to open, and let us know what you guys think of it if you guys try any of the ice creams, because we talked about it before. They do have some unusual ice creams there during off and on. They'll have a time where like we got the email saying that they have a banana peel ice cream made from banana peels and stuff like that. So
pickles and ice cream.
Maybe pickle seeds. I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting ice cream. And of course, they probably have some regular ice cream around there somewhere. So you can go check that out on Friday.
All right, so we got the word, and I don't know if this has been officially announced yet, but we got the word that beginning on Wednesday the 10th. So when you're hearing this, it will have been started yesterday. That Storytellers Cafe at the Grand Californian will exclusively be offering Mickey's Tale of Adventure breakfast and brunch buffets daily between 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. So basically, what I left out is Storytellers Cafe is going all buffet.
Yay!
So like I said, for breakfast and brunch, they will be having what's called their Mickey's Tales of Adventure breakfast and brunch buffets daily. And that'll go from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then they will have their popular dinner buffet beginning at 4:30 p.m. Lunch and dinner a la carte menus will no longer be offered, and the location will be closed daily between 2 and 4:30. Now, I don't know completely how different that is than what they used to have. Obviously, since they mentioned that they had an a la carte menu, I remember I've never actually eaten there. I think I've told the story many times that I've had a roll in there because I met somebody there once, or I was with somebody and we were meeting somebody there, and then I had a roll. But that's all I've ever had there. But I assume that they had some sort of menu. Well, that's gone. It's all strictly buffet. And I assume that they were open all day also before, and now they will be going by a, one of those schedules like the Chinese buffets.
Yeah, I ate there, and wasn't during the day, but it was at night, and I had a dinner, and I had a burger there, so they did have the regular menus.
I wonder if there's Mickey's Tale of Adventure breakfast and brunch buffets or the Tales of Adventure thing, whether there's a button to go with that.
Oh, maybe.
So yeah, just keep that in mind if you were planning a park visit and wanting to go to Storytellers at all. It is now buffet.
Yeah, all you can eat,
So
baby.
if you don't want to go all the way to the damn Paradise Hotel to have that Cal Italian buffet that I told you guys about, then you can just go to the Grand Californian for their buffet.
All right, so real quick, I want to talk about that strawberry ice cream thing I saw. I finally got saw the menu. It's a strawberry honey balsamic with black pepper.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Balsamic, but then black pepper too. That's for people more adventurous than I with their ice cream.
like I said, they do make unusual types of flavors and things like that, and that's one of them. I don't know. You guys want to go check it out and see what they have? Like I said, on Friday. All right, so this past Thursday was a sneak peek of the Nutcracker in the Four Realms. Now,
Hey, I heard you got a key that doesn't work.
I haven't tried to open anything yet, but Michael, the OG mail guy, and I went to that to go check it out. And you know what? It's kind of funny in a way because I usually don't go and try to be the very first one in there to see the very first showing. Everyone does that. You know, everyone will go and wait in that big old line, and so they can be the first ones in and all that. I usually just like chill and wait and basically wait for that line to get, a little shorter so I don't have to be waiting forever. Well, we actually did go, and we were there for the very, very first showing, and they came out. Well, first of all, it was packed, of course. We sat in the very last row, and behind me were sound techs. I was like, oh, okay. And then I noticed they have some speakers on stage. Okay. So right before, they even show the preview, guy comes out, blah, 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 blah. Thank you for coming. Da, da, da. He goes, just want to let you guys know, please remain seated after the show. Don't leave. We have a surprise for you.
Now, I just want to say that on some other screening we went to, or sneak peek had sound techs in the back that we saw at, I believe, at Tomorrowland. Do you remember? There was another sneak peek that we saw or something. Something else we saw that had sound text in the back.
No, I don't remember.
There was something.
But we go to so many things.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, we saw the sneak peek of the Nutcracker. The preview that they show actually showed a little bit more detail to what the story is about. So it basically showed me more of what I can expect, and basically what the plot of the story is was really cool because I've seen the Nutcracker play before. I've seen it when I was a kid, and so I know all about it. But to see basically what this is about and just the way they're telling the story versus the ballet that we've seen so many times is so different. And then the visual effects are awesome when you see the what is he called? The Mouse King or something like that? I forget, but he's that mouse.
Isn't the Mouse King Mickey?
No, it wasn't Mickey because this guy doesn't look like Mickey at all. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Actually, I don't because I don't really know the actual Nutcracker story. Well, I kept when I first saw that trailer, I was asking Rebecca about it, and I'm like, because I remember I remember we went on a field trip when I was in elementary or junior high, and we used to go to the Performing Arts Center there in San Bernardino, the one off of E Street or something.
Yeah, yes, that's where I went too. Yeah,
and I remember seeing Nutcracker there, but I don't really remember it. And I've never really watched any Nutcrackers on TV, and so I don't know the story at all. So I really have no input as far as whether this is based on what and who's who and
the who's of the who's.
I just keep saying it just reminds me of the Alice movies.
Okay, so yeah, it is the Mouse King, and anyway, and if you guys seen the play before, this is a guy, he's dressed like a mouse and he has a big head and big ears. Well, this
so like Mickey,
yes, kind of, but Mickey doesn't wear tights. But this is all
doesn't he though?
Maybe, but this is all CGI Mouse King guy. It looks really, really. It's weird. It's gross because it's like a bunch of rats, like forming this big old mouse thing, and it's gross. Because rats are gross. Mouses are cute.
Except Ben
or mice. Yeah. Well, whatever. But anyway. Just to see, you get it. Of course, you get the scene, and then you get a little other scene. It's two different scenes. They kind of look like it's together, but it's not. You can tell it's not. And then you get the, this scene, this scene, this scene. And when they show that big old Mouse King guy, it's just like, whoa, he's the big villain, and he's so tall, so big, and everything because it's made of rats. And anyway, it's just it looks interesting. And it looks like the movie. It looks like a movie that I would love to go see.
I like fighting for my rats.
But yeah, it looks pretty cool, and I'm really interested in seeing what how it turns out. So you guys just go over to DCA to the Sunset Showcase Theater, check out the preview of that. But afterwards, after the preview was over. They come back on stage and start talking again, this and this and that, and of course they had a surprise for us.
You had to know something was up because they never do that.
Right. So you already know someone from the movie is going to come out, and Mackenzie Foy, who plays Clara, the star of the film, came out to talk, and I thought that's pretty cool. She's here, she's talking, and everything like that, and then. After we were leaving the theater, right in front of the theater, at the entrance, they have a red carpet set up, and they have it all blocked off. And of course, there's people there waiting. I'm like, oh, okay, well, she's going to come out there and do whatever. So I'm on the side because, we were coming out of the theater, so there's no way for me to get in the middle and try to take some pictures. So I'm basically on the side where she walks out with Mickey and Minnie. And I can tell you that Mickey is actually wearing pants, not tights in this picture. So she comes out with them and basically just did a photo op in front of the theater. And I've seen the pictures from on D23's site and the Disney Parks blog site. And of course, it makes it look like there's no one there, like they're there by themselves taking pictures.
Actually, the only pictures I've seen of that were yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney Parks blog. I posted a picture, and then Disney or D23 posted a picture of that. So, yeah, I mean, she was there, pretty cool. See the star of the thing, and I had someone message me on Instagram asking me if they can so they took a screenshot of the pictures I put up. I just put a collage up, so they took a screenshot. Can I have this picture so I can put it on a fan site? So I sent them the picture. They said, "Oh no, I meant separate." I'm like, whatever. I didn't respond because
all they had to do was crop it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I will. I don't know if I decide to reply to them and send them my pictures. I'm going to put my logo on there. So,
well, yeah, of course.
So I'm thinking they don't want the logo on it. So it's not important. It's a fan site for Mackenzie Foy. Who cares? It's a fan site. Wow. So anyway, it was pretty cool.
It's not like it was Mackenzie Foy contacting you saying, "I want your picture."
Exactly. And I did tag her in the picture, but I didn't get a response from her. So it was a pretty cool experience. Like I said, I never go into the first showing because I don't want to be in that big old line, but we did. And it was pretty cool to see.
As far as I know, that's the only time they've done that.
I think they did something for some other thing.
Well, there was that surprise screening that was hosted by somebody I don't remember, and I don't even remember what movie it was.
All right, yeah.
You remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Stupid Jeff got to go because he happened to be there.
Right.
It was like at 1:00 in the afternoon or something like that.
Yeah.
Or they might even have been they gave out wristbands or something if you went by there for the sneak peek.
Right.
They gave out wristbands for the actual movie, remember?
Right.
I don't remember what movie it was. It wasn't Pete's Dragon. It was something before that, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But as far as actual, having somebody in the AP sneak peek on the Thursday, I can't recall them ever having done that, but that's really cool.
Yeah, so in the preview,
she was only in she was only in that first showing then.
Yeah.
And then she was gone.
Yeah.
So all the other AP
they didn't see that.
ones they didn't get.
No.
Oh, okay. So it paid off to be in the first one for a change.
Yeah, so in the preview, they have, her name is Clara in the movie, and she's given this egg, which is like a...
Fabergé?
No, not that, but looks like it's metal, looks like a collector piece, antique kind of thing.
But not Fabergé?
No.
Okay.
And so she's given that because it's from her mom. But there's a key missing to open it up. So we got a key it's metal actually, it's heavy, and it's an ornament. So I was surprised. At first I thought it was a necklace because I saw the key, and then when you turn the packaging around, you see a gold type of, it looked like a chain, until I realized, oh no, it's not a necklace, it's an ornament. So we got that as a gift, which was
when you showed me that, I thought it was an actual key. Now, just a note that if you're an AMC Stubbs member, I don't know if you saw this.
No.
If you're an AMC Stubbs member and you see Nutcracker in Real 3D opening weekend, November 1st through 4th, you will actually receive a charm that looks like a little bit more like a key. It's basically the same thing, but this actually has the cutout and stuff. The cutouts. The one that you got was an ornament.
Yeah.
Which it's all solid in the background, and it's a little bit more. It's different looking. But it would be kind of cool to have both.
Yeah. So you know what? We always talk crap about the gifts they give us as APs for sneak peeks.
It goes back and forth, really.
Yeah,
I mean, whether you're getting a bookmark, or whether you're getting a keychain, or whether you're getting a water bottle, or you can get a poster, or you could be getting a Christmas ornament. It's like there's no rhyme or reason to, or if you even go further back, they could be giving you headband ears that then they end up just giving out to the regular guests too. So which means there was nothing for the APs. Sorry, I'm still mad about that Zootopia one.
I guess you are. And don't forget the Maleficent one.
Oh, that one I never went to, so I don't know what was the.
It was a headband with the horns.
Oh, they gave it that, and they gave that out to guests too.
Yeah.
Oh, lame.
So anyway, I really like the ornament. Like
it's nice.
It's metal. It's heavy. It's not a cheap little plastic thing. So it's really cool. Really nice gift they gave us, and you should really check out. You should really check out the Nutcracker in the Four Realms. It looks really cool, and it's going to be in theaters on November 2nd. So after that, after you watch it on November 2nd, you make sure you head over to Disneyland on the 3rd and see the last showing of the Jedi training. Yeah, check that out on the 3rd.
Now, I had somebody asking me when they thought that was going to go through the sneak peek, and I told them I figured sometime, maybe till mid-November or something like that.
I would think so.
Because I keep thinking, is there going to be a Ralph sneak peek?
Oh, right.
And I keep thinking that if there is going to be a Ralph sneak peek, either they're going to stop the Nutcracker around the time the movie comes out and start Ralph, because usually they have the sneak peeks a whole month before the movie, nearly. So, and Ralph comes out, end of November or sometime in November? I don't remember exactly when Ralph comes out.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And I was just thinking that if they're going to do a Ralph one, it's going to have to be in Tomorrowland.
Right.
But it seems weird that they wouldn't do Ralph, but they did Nutcracker. So, I mean, unless they were like, oh, well, we know Ralph's going to do well.
That's what I was thinking.
We don't know that Nutcracker's going to do well. So, it could be one of those things where they just figure they don't need to do Ralph, but I don't know. It just seems like that Ralph would be something that they would do. All right, so last Thursday we got a tweet from Chris Evans. It looks like his time as the first Avenger is done. He tweeted out, officially wrapped on Avengers 4. It was an emotional day, to say the least. Playing this role over the last 8 years has been an honor. To everyone in front of the camera, behind the camera, and in the audience, thank you for your memories. Eternally grateful. So, of course, this has led everybody to speculate, and most likely true, that Chris Evans, after in the next Infinity movie, Avengers 4, will be done as Captain America, presumably.
Interesting.
Perhaps Bucky taking over the role or something like that.
Whoa.
Bucky took over the role when Captain America died in the comics.
Oh, really?
Of Captain America. So it's there's definitely groundwork laid for him taking over, or Falcon taking over, or anybody else taking over as Cap, or whatever. You can just do without Cap. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens. Obviously, it's going to lead to rampant speculation that obviously that he'll die or something like that in the movie. You'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So we'll find out next spring, next May, I believe, right? Yes, beginning of May.
Okay.
Sure. Now, something we're probably going to have to wait even longer to find out. But we've got some details on the new upcoming John Favreau Star Wars live action series that's going to be on the Disney streaming service. There had been much speculation and hoopla over what that was going to be about, and there was all kinds of rumors and stuff. Well, it looks like some of the rumors were partially correct there, because there had been rumors that it was going to take place on the planet Mandalore after the original trilogy, after Return of the Jedi. Well, we got confirmation. Well, first we got confirmation one day from Favreau himself, in which he put out an Instagram post in which he just said, "The Mandalorian."
Whoa.
And then he put a brief little description. So he revealed the title, and then the next day, which I don't know if Favreau was jumping the gun or if he was just doing his own little teasing or what, the next day we got the official post from StarWars.com announcing production on the first Star Wars live-action streaming service has begun.
Yeah.
After the stories of Jango and Boba Fett, another warrior emerges in the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order. We follow the travails of a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic. Now, I'm just going to stop right there real quick and address the word travails.
I was thinking about that word right now, too.
Because when I first read this, I thought it was a typo. And I thought it was supposed to say, we follow the travels of a lone gunfighter. But then I saw other people using it, and it was when Andy Gutierrez did a like an emergency, like a breaking news segment of the Star Wars show, where she basically did a live read of this on camera. She said travails. So I'm thinking, okay, well, then I guess it's a real word, which I had never really, Did you
look it up?
I did look it up. You know me. I know words. I have the best words. Better than some people who would say the same thing. But this was a word that I may have heard of, but I've never used it.
Obviously.
And it's something I definitely had to make sure of what it really means. Basically, travail means engage in painful or laborious effort.
You're laborious.
Basically, when it comes down to it, it is a synonym for toil.
Ah.
So if you want to go back...
I hate when I get those on my stomach.
I know, right? I get them all the time. So basically, if you want to go back and reread that sentence and include the synonym in there, we follow the toils of a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic, which that makes much more sense. And look, don't be a dick about it. Just use a word that everybody's heard of. Travails. Anyways, the series will be written and executive produced, of course, by Emmy-nominated producer and actor John Favreau, as previously announced. Now, what was not previously announced and all the cool things is that the announcement that the first episode will be directed by Dave Filoni.
Oh, really?
Which, of course, we all know Dave Filoni as the creator of Clone Wars, Rebels, one of the early creators and executive producers of Resistance, which I'm going to be talking about Resistance probably next week. I believe Dan's email has something about Resistance. If it doesn't, then that means he's probably holding it for next week because I told him not to talk about it that I wouldn't talk about it until next week. But we will see. Anyways, getting back to this. So yes, Dave Filoni will direct the first episode, which makes sense because, of course, Dave Filoni has set a lot of the newer Mandalorian canon into place with things that he set up in mainly Clone Wars, but then also a lot of stuff in Rebels, of course, with the whole Mandalore arc on Clone Wars, and then, of course, with the whole everything with Sabine and her family on Rebels. Now, here's the exciting stuff. Well, if that's not exciting enough, additional episodic directors include Deborah Chow, Rick Famu. I'm messing up this guy's name. I should have gotten a pronunciation. I apologize. Famu Yiwa. I'm going to say that for now. I'm going to try and find out a pronunciation. This is going to be like Michael Giacchino. I probably still say his name wrong every single time I say it, but that's fine. Bryce Dallas Howard and Taika Waititi. Now, let's just go through those real fast. Now, Taika Waititi, that's who directed Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, really?
So that's excitement, and that name had actually been rumored. Making Star Wars had actually reported that he might be one of going to direct an episode, and it's good to see that's confirmed. Now, Bryce Dallas Howard, we know who that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Of course, we know her from the Jurassic World movies. The Village, basically cameos in every single one of her father, Ron Howard's early movies as a little girl. So
wasn't she in Pete's Dragon?
Yes, Pete's Dragon, bringing it back to Disney. Now, as far as her directing, she does have some little bit of directing. She directed a short back in 2015 called Soulmates, about shoes or something to do with shoes, because that's soul with S-O-L-E. And then she's also directed some other little shorts and stuff. So she has a little bit of directing experience. It should be interesting to see how that works out. I have complete faith in everything that John Favreau is doing and all the people that he has selected. Now, Mr. Rick guy, I can't say his name. I apologize once again. I am not trying to be disrespectful to this guy's name. It's just really hard. But some movies that he's done really a long time ago, it might sound familiar to you. He was director, producer, and screenwriter of The Wood way back in 1999.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which
movie.
was a big Sundance movie.
Yeah.
Also Brown Sugar in 2002. And then more recently Dope in 2015. And then Deborah Chow. She is best known for the film High Cost of Living. She also directed the TV movie adaptation of Flowers in the Attic. And she's also directed episodes of Copper, Murdoch Mysteries, Rain, Beauty and the Beast, and Mr. Robot. So, these people all know what they're doing. That's good. There's some big names. We got some people of color in there, which is always a plus. So, I think it's going to work out pretty good. Of course, executive produce Dave Filoni, Favreau, Kathleen Kennedy, and others. Karen Gilchrist will also serve as a co-executive producer. And then we got a photo, which I will obviously have in the episode photo. So exciting stuff.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian. We don't really know how this is going to be. I keep picturing like a kung. I keep getting like a kung fu vibe that like he's going to be like kung fu or like the Incredible Hulk TV series. He's just going to go like from town to town.
That's funny.
Now, since this does specify, there's a few things that I just want to address because we've mentioned before how Resistance, the show, takes place in the Outer Rim / Wild Space. This does specify that it is in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic. So, once again, we have a show that is post Return of the Jedi that is taking place in the Outer Rim area. So, I don't think it's much of a long shot to say that we might see Black Spire Outpost in this show also. Perhaps.
Interesting.
So, it's very interesting. Like I said, now we've had appearances, like I said, Black Spire Outpost / Batu have appeared in the Thrawn book. I think that we may see it eventually in Resistance. I think we may see it eventually in this. So, there's a lot of things going on here that are going to help tie, that could help tie back to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at the parks. And that there may be things that may go on, or there may even be, I was saying that, it may even be possible that it's probably highly doubtful, but it would even be possible that if they were going to go to Batu, that they even film in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
that's interesting.
What would be a better set than an actual set? I mean, that's better than a set.
That's interesting.
It's real. It's real.
Wow.
It's like 1,000 times better than any set that they could build because it's permanent. It's real. It's authentic. The only thing that would be probably an issue is if and it's something that I've wondered about. What is the ground going to be like in Galaxy's Edge?
Maybe it's going to be like those playgrounds at the park. Which kind of
that squishy stuff, brown to make it look like it's sand. Or
it
something?
just came to me right now when you said that.
So I'm just I've been thinking this actually off and on, and it's actually the first time I've thought to mention it on the podcast. But I've been thinking about what the ground is going to be like. Is it just going to be regular like pavement, like in the rest of the park, it can't be dirt because then people are going to be tracking dirt.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking maybe like the pavement in Frontierland make it look like dirt.
Right.
With the little tracks in it.
Right.
Maybe something like that.
Something like that. So, I
maybe
mean,
have little droid tracks.
that would be cool. Oh, instead of like the horse.
Yeah.
The
horseshoes.
The horseshoes, yeah. So, I just been thinking about something like that, but it would be easy enough for them to bring in dirt and put down for them to film a few scenes or something, or even not to do that. But, you know, I just keep thinking that if they do want to visit Batuu in The Mandalorian, that it's like, what better place to film, especially you come in the middle of the night and do a night shoot with light, you know, with your lights and everything, and when nobody's around, it's easy enough. Just come into Disneyland and do your shoot and then be gone. So, I mean, there's been other movies. I don't know if there's ever been how many movies have been filmed inside of Disneyland, but you know, I mean, I famously was part of a movie that was filmed in Universal. So,
are you trying to say you're famous?
No.
Oh, okay.
I said I famously because I talk about it all the time. So I'm looking forward to that sometime next year when the Disney streaming service starts. And I'm sure after Batuu has already opened, Galaxy's Edge has already opened. So if they do visit Batuu, it will already have, you know, opened and we wouldn't know.
Right.
I'm sure we'll be hearing more of that as we go along. There was some casting rumors, but I'm not really going to talk about it. I'll just say that a actor from Game of Thrones was rumored to be being cast in it, but there's been nothing substantiated, and his agent or spokespeople kind of poo-pooed the rumor, so we don't know if that's factually correct or not.
You're a poo-poo.
Thank you. I'm sure at some point in the near future we will be getting some sort of cast list, maybe guest stars and stuff. I don't know. Nice thing about a show like this is you can have guest stars. You never know who might show up.
Yeah, huh?
Except Boba Fett.
Right.
No Boba Fett.
No.
Boba Fett's dead.
He's not there.
Get over it, EU people.
EU.
And all you stupid Boba Fett stands. Boba Fett's dead.
Bye.
Exactly. Speaking of dead, the James Gunn saga continues. And as far as the Disney connection goes, at least this part of it, it is over because James Gunn has joined DC and will be writing the Suicide Squad 2 movie and possibly might be directing it. So that means any chance of a return to Disney is out.
Yep. He jumped ship.
He has jumped ship, which a lot of people have been predicting for a long time. Ever since everything went down with James Gunn, it has been predicted that he might jump ship over to DC. A lot of people hoping he would jump ship over to DC. It's really, really interesting that he has gone to DC and he's now attached to what everybody said was basically the Guardians of the Galaxy of the DC universe, right, which is the Suicide Squad. You know, a bunch of misfits put together into a group. Now, one issue with that is that thankfully Jared Leto, a.k.a. the Joker in Suicide Squad 1, isn't actually a part of the Suicide Squad, so there's no reason why we should expect to need to see him in Suicide Squad 2. And it's also very doubtful that we would because Jared Leto and James Gunn have a much infamous rivalry or /feud /
I don't like you.
Words were exchanged between each other. Accusations were made by James Gunn against Leto for things that I won't even repeat here.
I don't want to hear it.
So the chances of Jared Leto's Joker showing up in that are slim to none.
I saw that movie.
But you know what's not slim to none?
What?
Dave Bautista possibly showing up because within hours of the announcement that James Gunn was going to over to DC and Suicide Squad, Dave Bautista quoted the Deadline article about it and merely said, "Where do I sign up?" So that pretty much tells you where Dave Bautista stands in the whole James Gunn saga. That he is basically saying, "F you, Disney. If James Gunn wants me for that, I'm going over there." I don't know. I mean, we all, there's obviously been discussion about what his contract with Disney is, with Marvel is, but he's going to make no bones about it that if James Gunn wants him on Suicide Squad, that he's going over. It sure would have been nice to have had him if James Gunn had done the first Suicide Squad, because I could definitely have seen him playing Killer Croc rather than whoever that guy was that played Killer Croc. I never saw the first one.
He has a bunch of Croc.
But there's tons of other roles that Dave Bautista could play. So
that's crazy.
This surely did not go over his head.
That's gonna be crazy.
So as far as the James Gunn part of it, that saga is over as far as the Disney connection. But the story is not over because of the whole Dave Bautista part of it is not over. And we'll just have to wait and see when or if Guardians 3 happens, whether he will be written out or who knows. It's definitely far too along in the production of Avengers 4 for them to write him out in that. Unless it's in a post-credit sequence.
Yeah.
You can just have a giant building fall on him or something in a post-credit sequence and, oh no, Drax is dead.
That'd be dirty.
That would be dirty.
It ain't the Wizard of Oz. Have his feet under. All right, so I got a little update here from Tim the Tech. He said that he set up power, internet, and lighting for the after party for the AMAs, which was going to be over at the hotel, the JW Marriott Hotel. So, but he's already home, so he's not gonna hobnob with Taylor Swift or anything.
Hey, you got some mail over there? Or?
I got something in my mailbag.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Whoa! That sounds like Venom just ate the mailbag.
Ew.
All right, so our first email is from Wreck-It Rachel. And her subject line is, "We don't need no party." She says, "Hello, MousePIRE. As you can tell from the title, we had our own Disney Halloween time without the party. If you recall, my friends and I have been going to the Halloween party for a long time now, and this year we decided not to go and go during the day. The party is fun, but it's getting expensive, and they really haven't added to it and keep raising the price. Anyway, on to our day. We went on Thursday, the 4th, and it didn't rain. Not even a little bit. My friend's husband wanted an Infinity Gauntlet as his prize for staying home, so we picked one up for him. They were a lot. A lot of people had them. It became a backdrop to a lot of our photos. We bought a photo pass for the day, so we took advantage of all the photo pass people. I really think that $10 is worth it if you like to take pictures. We always have fun doing that. We did try some Halloween food, so I'll get to that. So for lunch, my friend had the slow-burning mac and cheese from the Cozy Cone. She loved it. Macaroni and cheese and spicy food are her favorite things, so she gave it 2 thumbs up. Also, when did the spicy food become Halloween food? Probably because it's orange. Maybe it's an orange theme. I don't know.
Yeah.
So my other friend and I wanted to try the anti-vampire pizza, so we went over to the boardwalk to get it. But when I found out the base sauce was Alfredo sauce, I was sad because I can't eat that unless I wanted to spend some time in the bathroom.
Okay, Dan.
So my friend got the pizza, but I didn't. She said it was good, but nothing to get excited over. I finally decided on a burrito at Paradise Garden Grill. It was good. There was a lot of green sauce on top. Too much, actually. It made it soggy, but it was still tasty. It did need more crema though. And since we were in the Plaza de la Familia, we went to write remembrances to our family members that have died. I thought that was really cool and wanted to do that for my grandpa since it was him that started our family's love of Disneyland. That's pretty cool.
Cool.
We then went to hang out in the Carthay Circle Lounge for my friends to try the poison appletini. Also, I love sitting in there. It's really, really cool, actually. It's really comfortable. They loved it. I tried a little bit of it too, but I can't tell if it was good or not. To me, it tasted like alcoholic Kool-Aid. That's funny. We went over to Disneyland and rode the Haunted Mansion, which is always a must for Halloween. We didn't eat anything over there. I think everyone was doing that because lines for food were really long, and we didn't want to wait in a line for 30 minutes all over the place for each person to try one of the snacks they wanted. It would take too long. We went back to DCA to use our Monsters After Dark Hugh Anthony
Monsters After Dark
Fast Passes. That ride is terrifying and fun at the same time. None of us had done Monsters After Dark yet. It's fun. Then we just ran around the park, taking in the atmosphere of all the lights. I kind of like DCA more than Disneyland at night for Halloween, now that they decorate it. I agree. It's really nice. It's awesome over there.
Parts. I'd like to take like certain parts of Disneyland. I really like Main Street. It's really nice with all the old school like pumpkins and gourds and decorations and stuff on Main Street.
You're a gourd.
Thank you. Then of course you get over to like Haunted Mansion is decorated differently, but yeah, I mean for the most part the decorations are starting to actually get a little bit bigger at DCA, which may just add more fuel to that fire of the party moving over there next year.
She says she likes the purple. Look at all those purple lights they have on the trees. It's
yeah,
really cool. We had a lot of fun as usual when we're together and didn't miss that we weren't getting candy. So next year we'll see what the park does. I attached a picture of us being weird. It's basically what we do. Until next time, Rachel. So she sent the picture of them in front of the castle with the gauntlet in hand and Tinkerbell sitting on the gauntlet. I know it's hard to see Tinkerbell, but
yeah,
you get the idea. So that's pretty cool. I will post that up on our social medias. Well, I'm glad you had a good time there, Wreck-It Rachel. And yeah, you know what? You don't need to go to the Halloween party, to take in the Disney atmosphere for Halloween. You can do that without going to the party. The only thing the party is about is basically the candy, the fireworks show, and the parade. And if you've been to the parks, if you've been to the parties, then you've already seen that. There's really no reason to see those again. So yeah, I mean, sounds like you guys had a good time. That's pretty cool. And you went there on that Thursday. And on that Thursday, Michael and I went to Knott's Scary Farm, which was really fun. We had a good time over there. And I'm not the type of person that gets scared. I can go, it's kind of funny because I'm going into the maze, and there was one of those ones that are on the ground and they roll out, right, at your feet. And I just like walk by him. He's like, whatever. I'm just like, I don't get scared in mazes. It's not scary to me. But Michael was like, It was really funny. I made a little video of all his, well, not all of them, but one of them. This monster came out. And he's like, I think I'll post that up on the on the Instagrams and all that of Michael getting scared. It was funny. But we have fun. It's pretty cool. And maybe Michael will talk about it right now. I don't know. But here's the email from Michael, the OG mail guy. Michael, the wet mail guy here. Mickey's Halloween party. Same old party. Didn't watch the parades. Didn't watch the fireworks. Didn't do much meet and greets. Only went on one ride and 2 meet and greets. Just candy and more candy. Oh yeah, apple slices and tons of carrots. Rabbit food. It was fun and we had fun.
It was twice the fun.
There you go. Who wants those nasty ass fish candy? Like Diggs and Ranthony said, if nothing changes and the prices go up, not worth it. To be honest, I was pumped up to go with Diggs to Knox Scary Farm. Diggs would tell you the fun we had and hope he posts the ride footage of us on a ride. We went on the log ride. It was really cool. I forgot what it's called. What is it called?
It has a name?
Yeah, for the Halloween.
Oh, right.
Something Hoot Nanny. I forgot.
Whoa, you're a hootenanny.
Something like that. And we remember Billy Hill and the Hillbillies?
Yes.
And they're over at MousePIRE Farm. They're called Crazy Kirk and the Hillbillies.
Oh, right.
Well, they did the song for that's playing in that ride. So, yeah, I mean, we went on that. And then we also went on Montezuma's Revenge. That was fun. Yeah, like I said, Michael was getting scared of in the mazes. We had fun. It was really cool. I've been going not Scary Farm. I have a pass for the Scary Farm, and I've been going just to check it out and stuff like that. But I really haven't been on any of the mazes. I went on one, which was Dark Ride, and that was really cool. But I went with Michael, and we basically hit every single maze except for Trick or Treat, which I really don't want to go in because they changed it up now. And what they do is they give you a flashlight. So all you do is walk in there with a flashlight, and that's it. I'm not scared or anything. It's just that it's too dark for me, and my eyes take a long time to adjust when I get into a dark setting, and sometimes it's hard for me to see. So I just think it's gonna be too dark for me to go in there and try to see where I'm going, let alone watch out for some monster trying to scare me. But we did every other maze. We did all the other mazes, which is really cool. There's one maze that
Would you say that there were monsters after dark?
I would say there were more monsters in the dark. But there was one maze I'm going to say I don't like. And the reason I don't like it is because I don't like pumpkin. And that maze smelled like pumpkin. It was called Pumpkin Eater. And basically you go in there and there's pumpkin guys dressed up and people look like scarecrows and things like that. But in one area, I think you're supposed to be inside a pumpkin. Actually, yeah, you are inside a pumpkin. Because I remember when walking in and this thing hit me in the face, which was a big pumpkin seed. So I did just smell like pumpkin in there. And I was like, oh, this is nasty because it's just pumpkin. Now, if it smelled like strawberries, I'll just probably just stay in there. All right, he says, Tiki Room refurbishment looks great. Exit walkway is more wide for people like the MousePIRE crew to exit easily. Maynard is back at the Tiki Room. Dirty award from my lady. She went to the Cones and Cars Land to get a classic vanilla cone. Long lines as always, but when it was about to be her turn, they switched cast members, and the new one was not ready. Took a couple of minutes to be ready. As my lady was waiting, she noticed a cone on the holding rack dripping down the cone. She was thinking in her head that the cast members better not give me that one. And the cast member picked it up and gave it to her. My lady said, that has been sitting there for a while and you wanted to give me that to me dripping? My lady don't play. She asked for a new one and the cast member lady threw it in the trash a bit fast and started to make a new one. He says, update. They don't have two types of sizes anymore, just one size, and that's it. It's in between the regular and large. Dirty Disney and the cast member. All right, question. No questions. Okay.
Now, Michael the Mail Guy's tip of the week.
Michael the Mail Guy's tip of the week says it's getting cold and windy. Time to get warm Disney gear on. Till then, this is Michael the OG Mail Guy, and I'm out. Bye. It's funny how he has their questions and then no questions.
Does he have created a form letter for himself that he does every week?
I think that's what this is, basically. I mean, this is all...
Using notes? No, because he doesn't have... Wait, does he have an iPhone? No,
yeah.
He must be using notes and just has a form letter in there which he copy and paste.
I think he does. All right, thank you for your email, Michael the OG Mail Guy. Next email is from Giselle the Gazelle. Subject line, short email. Hey, party people! Oh. How silly of me to confuse the two parties. Please don't revoke my membership.
Too late.
All right. Anthony, yes. It's the perfect time because there is so much going on in the parks. Food and wine, amazing. There were so many different places for fat times. But since I only went for the weekend, I only got to try Hawaii. Tasty. So last week we were talking about, or Anthony was saying the best time to go to Disney, Walt Disney World would be during the Food and Wine Festival and the not so scary Mickey Halloween party over there, because you can enjoy both going on at the same time. So that's what she was talking about. She says, I can't wait to be back in the park to visit the new improved Tiki Room and see the changes over there. I just renewed my pass this week. She says, anyone have 20 grand laying around that they don't need? I'll take it, cash or check. You are right, Diggs. It does feel weird with all the Halloween stuff past us. Now, what do we do? Yeah, because it's like, okay, Halloween's over. Oh, you know what we do is we celebrate New Year's, right?
Yes.
We skip
Happy New Year!
We skip Christmas and we go to New Year. Anyhow, I think it's awesome how Anthony always gets to go to Disney Parks blog events. They sound like fun no matter how disorganized. Diggs, I hope you had fun at Knott's. Let me know when the next MousePIRE meetup is. Love, G. All right, thank you for your email, Giselle the Gazelle. All right, next email is from Fernando Xavier Hubbard. Subject line is, howdy ho. What's up, little buckaroos? Who else is excited about the new Trader Sam's mug? I know I am. How about them Dodgers? 8 more games to go. How about them Angels? Oh, wait.
Sorry, Dan.
When are we meeting up? And that means you too, Anthony. Is it me getting old? I can't stand people that make videos about dumb stuff in the parks. Getting engaged, tripping on the tracks. And why is so and so crying? Maybe I just need some candy. But who has candy? Michael! Holy crap, he got his money's worth and then some. Now, Michael got I'm just going to say it, a shitload of candy. I mean, it was just crazy how much he got. He just, he posted all the candy he got. He even went and separated by candy brands and type of candies. And yeah, it was crazy. He got a lot of candy. And I was thinking, because someone said, oh, you can use that candy to give out for Halloween. I was thinking, well, that's not where he lives, not even his house. So why would he want to give it out? It's not his problem. Anyway, so yeah, he did get a whole bunch of candy. And he gave me some. He gave me some of the Sour Patch Kids when we went to Knott's. All right, he says, it's Ghost-tober. Any scary Disneyland stories? Okay, fellas, I just wanted to get my streak going. Plus, me being on here gets us higher ratings.
Sure.
He says, sayonara, malafacas. All right, so I don't have any ghost stories. You have any Disneyland stories?
No.
Scary
There's
stories?
ghosts at Disneyland, but I haven't seen it. I never saw any of them.
I saw...
Which is surprising because I work nights, so you would have thought that it would have been prime time for ghosts to have been seen, but I don't know. I guess I just got lucky. Or not. I don't know.
I haven't seen any, or I don't have any scary stories from Disneyland. I'm not lucky enough to have seen any ghost anywhere. But I think Dan saw some ghosts, or someone saw some ghosts, and they're going to talk about that on their next podcast, or was it the podcast before?
Oh, right. Yes. No, I think that was the one that's
coming out next. Yeah.
Yeah, because they went to the Whaley House in San Diego.
Right.
Which is, famous and has been on Ghost Adventures and stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think actually Rebecca's been there too, and she saw a ghost there too. So yeah,
you can look forward to that on Dan's podcast. What's it called? Extraordinary Cultured Podcast. Check that out. And you can get some ghost stories going on there. All right, thank you for your email, Fernando Xavier Hubbard. All right, next email is from Dan the Mailman. Subject line, last minute yet again, but the resistance has begun. The resistance has begun. No parks again for me due to that softball schedule. May get there on Saturday, though, since there are no plans for that day this week. Only thing Disney related this week is the beginning of Resistance. Here is my spoiler-free review of and some thoughts. This starts like an actual episode We see a moon or possibly a planet and what looks like a ship come into view in front of it. All the music hints at a light comedy, very kid-based, which as I understand it is supposed to be. People have made many a mention about the artwork, which is based on anime, and that seems to be the case. However, all the backgrounds look like traditional computer-generated animation. It was weird at first since the characters have soft lines like anime, but I got used to it. The story was enough to keep me interested, but duh, Star Wars. It doesn't come off as too much of a kid's show, but doesn't seem as intense as Rebels, so we will see. I will definitely be watching. The first episode ended in a scene that may look familiar to Star Wars fans. I'm sure there are more other Easter eggs. I will have to watch it again to see if I catch any more. Short one this week. Hopefully some park time this weekend. Dan out.
I have an addendum.
Maybe you should get some ointment for that.
Possibly. He also wants to throw in a happy birthday to Mr. Knight.
Oh.
Happy birthday!
Cool.
Oh, happy birthday! Oh, I don't know. Happy birthday, Mr. Knight.
Yeah, happy birthday.
And he also goes on to say, for Giselle, how does that college kid fly back and forth to enjoy the Halloween parties? Entitled. Haha, just kidding. And I like her. Hope to meet her in person soon.
Cool.
But seriously, though, how do you do that?
Yeah, let me know. Did you see Resistance?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I'm a little behind. We're watching some other stuff, football on Sunday. And then, Doctor Who also was premiered the same day.
No one can never know his name either. I don't understand that.
I know. I was seeing less spoilers online from Resistance people than I was from Doctor Who people. So I erred on the side of caution and we decided to watch Doctor Who first. So I think we're going to be watching Resistance tonight, possibly. I also need to watch SmackDown, so I don't know.
No, well, thank you for your really quick last minute email there, Dan, the mailman. Appreciate that. Now, on the note of TV shows and stuff, I started watching Manifest.
Yes, I've seen all 3 episodes so far.
Wow.
First of all, I just want to say it's obvious they went through that same electrical storm from Final Countdown. Except for instead of going back to December 1941, they went ahead 5 years.
Or they got lost for 5 years.
Or whatever. They were in
something
space.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I'm really intrigued with that show.
It's better than I was expecting.
I agree. It's like, wow.
Yeah,
So
it's interesting.
That's one show that I've been watching. And the other one is one of my favorites is 911. That one's really cool. It's a good show, too.
I had no interest in that, but it seemed like it had a good cast and stuff. But yeah, I don't really get into a whole lot of police procedurals and stuff like that. And I already watched. I watched Reno 911 and Rescue 911. With William Shatner, and so I've had enough of 911 shows. So
it's not the same thing.
I know that. I'm just making a joke, but yeah,
those are the 2 shows that I'm really into right now. I suggest you guys check them out. And then we have the Chicago PD, which is awesome, Chicago Med, and Chicago Fire. Those are my favorite. Chicago PD is great. I love that show. And then, of course, we have The Walking Dead on Sundays. Back again. So that's my TV. And then, well, of course, Dodger games. So I'm happy with that. It's cool because Dodgers are in the playoffs. So we have Fernando who's watching it with us, Fernando. And then we have, I don't know what Anthony's doing. I think he watches it. I don't know.
First of all, I don't have Fox Sports 1. So I haven't been able to watch any of the NLDS. Wasn't able to watch any NLDS games because they were all on Fox Sports 1. And, but I have been following along with the app and stuff like that. So,
and then Jose watches it, and I'm always texting Jose. I'm like, damn it, or I just get mad, and dude just like nail biters, and bases loaded, and like, come on, get these guys out, and so it's cool. and it's going to get to that time where it's going to be really stressful. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm not looking forward to that. So that's my TV lineup, those shows plus the playoffs, and I think that's about it. I don't think I watched anything else. Oh, besides Law and Order SVU. So I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else. Those are the ones I'm like, oh, gotta make sure I watch. And then like I got Tim the tech into those shows too. Well, the 911 and the Manifest. He was thinking the same thing about Manifest. He goes, how is it gonna last? I'm like, well, there's storylines and you got to figure out. And then when it got really good on the second episode, like, holy crap. He's like, he's into that now too. So he watches those shows too. And we just text back and forth, about the shows. I'm like, hey, don't forget to watch Manifest because he does.
My only concern with that show is like other shows that we don't know if they have a plan to wrap it up if they don't get renewed, or is it one of those shows where it's only designed to be a one-season show? There's a lot of different factors which can ruin the viewing experience when you get to the end.
Right.
If it's something that they are unprepared for a cancellation or something like that. I always go back to a show called Flash Forward, which was on a few years ago, and they were totally unprepared for cancellation, and they basically left the final episode with a ton of... They answered to some questions, but then they created a whole slew of more questions, which we will never find out the answers to. So it's just shows like this specifically, very like genre, sci-fi, weird things going on shows. It's really hard because they set up a whole lot of crazy things, but then if they don't have the time to wrap it up, you end up with a show that's like frustratingly ended.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it lasts a while and get some good entertainment out of it. So yeah, those are my picks for TV shows. So you guys should check those out. And hey, you can email us your thoughts on those shows if you guys watch those, or maybe there's a TV show that you love and you watch, now, and you maybe want to get us involved or interested in that show. Let us know. If it's a show soap opera, then I really don't care. So anyway, you can all you have to do is email us
mousepire@gmail.com. That's okay. Let's not talk about any of my shows or anything.
Oh well,
some of my shows haven't even started back up. Blacklist, Blind Spot starts up next week.
Was it Friday?
This week, Blind Spot?
Yeah.
I believe is this week, yes. All of the Arrowverse shows come back this week. In fact, Flash is on tonight, I believe. Riverdale comes back tomorrow. What else? Big Bang Theory final season. That's already been back. Of course, like I mentioned, Doctor Who is now back. Resistance. Always watching wrestling. It never goes off. Like a soap opera, except for it's not every day. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I don't have time for all that.
Exactly.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
All right, so that's going to do it for this episode of the MousePIRE Podcast. And Anthony's bumping things over there. I don't know what he's doing. He got a little out of control for a minute. But yeah, this is a short podcast today. But it's all good because we told you what we know.
It was short, but it still felt long.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So next week I'm going to be taking a little trip.
Whoa.
I'm going to be taking a trip during the weekend. But I'm not going to tell anybody where I'm going yet because they have to tune in next week to hear where I'm going.
Is it Gangster's Paradise?
Maybe. There might have been some gangsters involved at one point.
Whoa.
Yes. And I'm also going to be meeting Tim the Tech there, so it's going to be pretty cool, fun.
Whoa.
I can't wait because I couldn't go last year because I got sick. So anyway, I'll be telling you guys where I'm going on my little trip next weekend on the next podcast, so tune in for that. I'll give you a hint. It might be Disney related.
I know what it's not.
What?
It's not the Mickey 90.
No,
because
it's
that
not.
already happened.
Yeah, that happened already.
I saw pictures from people who actually did get to go.
Oh, screw them.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
All I know is that if you had been able to go, I don't know if you would have had the proper attire because everybody I saw going was wearing suits and ties and stuff.
They probably would have told you what the attire was when you got your tickets or
Right.
something. So,
Well, that's what I'm saying. The people I saw that they were there, they were wearing suits and ties and stuff. And, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I know you pretty well that you probably don't have a suit and tie.
I have a tie.
Okay. I would have bet that you have a tie, but the suit and tie part, I wouldn't have been so sure about.
I have.
I have a lot of ties.
I have a dress shirt. I have my Dapper Day attire. That would work. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, that was already filmed, and they didn't invite me, so screw them. So yeah. Hey, anyway, don't forget Tiki Room is now open. We think, and Matterhorn's coming back on November 16th, and we're still waiting for word on when the Tropical Hideaway is going to open.
Soon.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty soon, but
Maybe November or something like that. I don't know.
yeah, but hey, opening Friday is Salt and Straw. We'll get some of those ice creams, and we saw the prices on that. They're kind of expensive. What was it? $8 for a cone or something like that? Did I say that?
Yeah, they're right up there with kind of like Cold Stone prices or or those other places, the ones that have the CO2 coming from the
Right.
those newfangled, those new places that are big now.
Yeah, the nitrogen.
Yeah, the nitrogen.
Yeah.
At least I think they're still new, or those last year.
It's been a couple of years now, and I still haven't went to one of those.
We went to one when I was doing Grubhub down in Irvine. We happened to be delivering next to one, and we went in there and got an ice cream. It was pretty good, but I mean, it's just overhyped. But the line was out the door. It was like crazy half the time when we were over there.
Was it like Craisins?
It was no.
I know Tim the Tech loves those ice cream places, and he goes to those frequently, but I never get a chance to go over there. But maybe one day I will, because I know they have one over there at Victoria Gardens, so I'll try to hit up there. Oh, you know what they have at Victoria Gardens?
I still need to go to that shake place or whatever, the place with the
Mug shake.
The mug shake place.
Well, you know what?
It's gone.
Yes and no. It's gone from the food court, but they're opening a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be, I went there the other day, and they're still setting it up. So it might be open pretty soon, but it's a restaurant, have burgers and everything and the shakes, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cool.
But they also have Afters ice cream over there, the same as the food truck that was in downtown Disney. So,
okay.
Yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, new things opening up in downtown Disney. You can check that out on Friday. And of course, also coming is the Ballast Point and that other burger place.
Black Tap.
Right, that one. So hey, we'll get some new things over there.
I thought those were supposed to open this year. Or are we still?
The year's not over with.
I know the year's not over, but we're getting damn close.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? Maybe.
I mean, are they looking at like a November opening? You would think that they would want to be open by the holidays, knowing how busy it's going to get at downtown Disney during the holidays. So you would think that they would want to be done by then.
Maybe it's a Tiki Room thing. I don't know.
All right, so as usual, you guys can check out our social medias for any of the stuff going on, stuff coming up, stuff that's already happened, stuff that's not going to happen, stuff that'll never happen. We are MousePIRE on Facebook, at MousePIRE on Twitter and Instagram, and of course, just MousePIRE on the Snappy Chats.
Exactly. And you can follow me on Instagram at Baloo1313. Also follow Buttons by Diggs on Instagram. There you'll see when your button order's going out. Don't forget to check out ggpclothing.com and get your MousePIRE gear. As D as in Donald, G as in Goofy, P as in Pluto, clothing.com. And hey, don't forget to head over to patreon.com/MousePIRE. Help support the podcast. Check out the $3 Michael the Mail Guy special. You can contribute $3 a month to help the podcast out because we really need a lot of help. I'm pretty sure I say that every day or every week. So help us out over there, and don't forget you can.
Yeah, seriously though, because I mean our cables are dying. We have XLR cables that are dying. We have a microphone splitter box. I don't know what the technical term for it is.
It's a headphone preamp.
Okay, what he said. We have that just died. So we've got issues. Basically, right now we could literally only have me and him on the podcast. Otherwise, anybody else comes on the podcast, they won't be able to have a headphone until we get that new device. So please.
And you can also listen to the podcast on YouTube when Tim the Tech has time to post that up. He's a very, very busy man. So head over to YouTube, search MousePIRE Podcast, and you can listen there. And recently we've been adding pictures to the podcast when we talk about food, especially from Mr. Knight. And all the other things that we talk about, we have pictures of. We'll post it there. So it's kind of like watching TV. And once again, happy birthday to Mr. Knight. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
And until next time, remember, don't ever piss off Dave Bautista. So for Taylor Swift, Alex Hirsch, and Corbin Burnson, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Diggs. Bye.
I believe he's tooling with you, sir.
That's not how the Force works.
I was hoping you said Taylor Swift. This podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Audio, sound bites, and other clips are property of their copyright holders. All original stuff is ours and property of MousePIRE.com.
In an unusually negative edition of Fat Time at the Parks, we've got info about some new price hikes coming on park foods. No. Monsters After Dark.